Hello and welcome to Final Boss Fight. My name is Jeff, and once again, I am the keeper of arcane lore for Masks of Nyarlathotep. I'm joined by a somewhat reduced band of investigators following on from the events of our last episode. I'm joined by the quest giver Ben.
Hello, it's good to see you all.
I'm joined by Brian Corey Dragon,
Hello.
and I'm joined by Stanza.
Today, you may have real life scribbling noises.
And Ben, I believe you or Denver is giving the recap for this session, so please take it away.
The date was 19th of September 1925. We knew that there was the new moon coming, and that came with a looming threat. We had only limited time, but we needed to make the most out of it. Deciding we needed to get ourselves over to Henson Manufacturing over in Derby. Taking a train so we'd have some time to review some books and practice a dash of Latin, but not that helped. Grabbing the train from the King's Cross station, we headed north, off to the Midlands, where we found ourselves in a dark place, staying in a haunted hotel. Martin did find some luck in that night, though. We found a protection symbol and carved it onto a discus. Give him a rough nightfall. But we needed to go and see this Henderson thing. Find out what on earth they were making, what on earth they were doing in this whole debacle. We went over, and first thing in the morning, subtly wind our way around the back, hopping over, and breaking in. Quite literally, considering that none of us could pick a damn lock. But inside we found designs, machineries being made in what looks like, well, by my best judgment, a bomb, all signed by the name Pale Viper. We also found a shipping label and we found a safe with a shipping label from Derby, made for the Limehouse, going to Lofang. Well, we couldn't just let that be, so, of course, we destroyed the whole place. We didn't want to leave a trail of ourselves, so destroy everything. No more components, and no more processing. Well, it ended up being a bit more of a bigger explosion than we expected, but nonetheless. But we had, still, no time to spare. We knew with the new moon there was something going to be happening. We made our way back to London. Martin had learned how to make a pale blade, whatever the hell that is, I don't know. And I found out that Zoe was trying to summon a disgusting demon from the hellish plains, a beast of burden just like Zoe. Well, this will put an end to that kind of action. A threat, a bullet for the head should they try again. Well, in London we did a shopping spree, and then, pretty much with a downpour in sight, we headed ourselves over. I put down to Derby. It wasn't Derby, it was, West Londonese. We arrived, it was pissing down, and no transport in sight. Making our way over to the front gate of the area of the main buildings of theirs. We saw there was a guard at the front. Well, we decided to find a route around the outside, and luckily, I got a few skills to help us there. We found ourselves a little rowboat out in the moors, and made ourselves along. But before we went to where we thought we were going, the main building we saw, off in a distance, smoke lit by red light, the sounds of chanting and dancing figures as we got closer. And just as we got into sight, we could see that they had victims tied to sticks. One which we remember, and I, for some reason, forgot to write down the name of the person. But, nevertheless, the key parts for there was Edward Cavigan, a Zarashaki, leading this ceremony of demonic nature. I just blasted old Zoe tried to summon the demon again. I managed to stop him in time. And I did. But as we sneak up closer, we end up seeing that these new initiatives were being devoted to the Black Pharaoh. But the moment the first victim was killed, we couldn't help ourselves. We shot, and we started up everything. Weapons prepared. I fired first. I caught their attention. I should have better than that. And they released these things from the ground, these undead figures coming straight towards us. As quick as I could, I released some fog between us, try and give us some cover. We were quick with the guns, so aiming and firing. And Gavkin and his undead, they were nothing. We even scared off those cultists. But there was Zara, still standing. Came for me. When horrendous laughter came from behind. Zoe, just delirious in madness, charged at Zara and took a hit what was meant for me. Oh, I'll never be able to forgive myself for the way that I treated her. As she got caught in green flame, burnt down to a crisp, died right in front of us. But that gave us a new resolve. Another lost companion, and we cheered. We charged our guns. Blazing we were. Zara tried to delve me in fire again, but thanks to Martin's protection, I managed to survive. With us all shooting us, trying everything that we could. The last figure I grabbed that ceremonial dagger, what the hell we thought was through, and drove it right through their throat. We saved 2 victims from their deaths, but not from the scarred minds that they have seen, from what they've been through. It was a dark day, but we had no time to rest. We went back to the house, started looking through. We found a letter from Omar al-Shakis from Cairo, asking for the return of a bust. Ledgers delivering to and fro with some very interesting parties that we have come across far too many times. And an unfinished letter to the Pale Viper, sounding like they're trying to take down Jack Brady. But Jack Brady is meant to be dead. Well, we had an idea that Cairo party might still be alive regardless of what they said. I don't know about the rest, but I think we need to find this Jack before he's killed for real.
Don't know about you, but I'd read it.
In stores when?
Oh wow. Okay, so we're going to backtrack a little bit. I did rush the exploration of Misr House last time, and I want to go a bit more into that. So the date is the morning after the night before, the 24th of February. The dust has settled, and it's the morning. The dust has settled from the previous night. My first question for you, Tim, Denver, and Martin: do you want to tell Inspector Barrington about what's happened, what has transpired?
I reckon so.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, he's been investigating all this, so like, I'm sure he would thoroughly appreciate. Yeah.
I mean, to a degree, but at the same time, how do we feel like he's going to take the supernatural side of this? We're talking about we've had undead fighting us, that there's been some serious bits and pieces. Do we really feel like that is something we can openly digress?
Well, maybe we can omit certain details. We can say that we were attacked by the cult, but managed to fight them off and free two of the victims. We can omit certain details if that's.
In which case, what do we say happened to Zoe? I mean, no one catches on fire that easy, especially in the marshes. Are we coming up with something
Uh,
for that?
she she heard some story about some marsh monster went chasing after it, and we never saw her again.
We're covering it up, aren't we? I was going to say that they cast, threw petrol on her or something like that. That they managed to restrain, and, well, restraints might be gone, but it was too late. The problem is we've got a corpse there. It's not like... Are we going to try and cover this up? I know we did for a few things. Or are we trying to open up a little bit about the people who have actually died? God knows the victims touted. I don't know what they're like. What state are they in? I know that their minds are shattered.
One,
But,
the one victim is dead. They were the first one stabbed
yes.
through. The other victim, well, the other two victims, one of whom is Elisa Hassan from the Blue Pyramid Club. They are alive, but currently in shock, catatonic.
But what happens when they get out of that shock and start blabbering about everything which they saw? How much can we cover up? Or are we just trying to say that a few things happened and that perhaps it could be taken that it was a bit more elaborate from there? The problem I see is that if we get ourselves locked up or held back by anything, we're stuck. I don't need to tell you. That comes with big ramifications.
What are you worried that Barrington will look us up for?
Not necessarily lock us up, but hold us in for more questioning than we're able to stick around for. He knows that they've already been doing their investigations themselves, and yes, there has been this cultish activity, but the more we implicitly make ourselves, the more they're going to want to hold on to us for questions. I've had this with superintendents and people in charge for far too long. The questions are
I
the
mean,
things that are going
well,
to get
how
us.
long are you thinking? Because like it's going to take a while to prepare for travel anyway, right?
It'll take some time, but it comes down to how integral we make ourselves. If we come across the situation and something went awry, we fought to try and save those two, and perhaps they played around with a bit of fire, or we can make it sound a little less of our activity,
I
more
mean,
their own demo.
if you're concerned about them finding Zoe's body, then shall we give her a burial?
It's probably the best thing I
Yes.
can do for save my goddamn life in the end. We should place it to rest before they start dissecting her or whatever. Try and figure out. There's nothing her she's figuring out.
At the risk of sounding insensitive, there's not a lot of Zoe's left to bury.
Oh, well, that's that's one way to solve the problem.
Well, we'll try to bury whatever's left anyway, even if there ain't that much.
So, are you, from the sounds of what you're saying, I'm getting the impression that you want to hold off on calling Barrington for now?
Just for the moment, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
What about a hospital for these two?
Well, that's the other side of things. No, we've got to call them just for the sake of these two. I don't know how to deal with them. Do you?
Can't say I do.
Aye. Shock's one thing, and I know how to deal with soldiers and people who are fighting alongside. That's a different matter, but not for the sake of this. No, we need to call them. We need to let them know just for the sake of their sake. Otherwise, they're going to be. Well, God only knows what they're going to be in a day. All right, we need to call them.
So what we'll say is you've gone back to the main town of Walton-on-the-Naze where you've been having this discussion, and you're probably staying in a small hotel there, and there is a telephone there, so it's very easy to ring up. Scotland Yard, Inspector Barrington speaking. Who am I speaking to?
That's a good question. Which one of us is speaking?
Hmm. I mean, I assume Denver was, since you seem to be taking the lead. But the fact we're not seeing him in person makes me feel like, well, maybe we don't need to tell him about sorry.
All right, hello. It's, this is Denver Smith.
Oh, of course, Mr. Smith. I haven't seen you for a few days. You seem to leave London quite suddenly.
Well, we felt like we were on a bit of a deadline, of all things considered. And to be frank, we were. We were right. I don't know if you know much about the cult side of things that have been going on.
Brotherhood of the Black Pharaoh. I was told they didn't exist anymore.
Well, I hate to tell you that they do. Or at least one part of the sect did. We were doing our investigations and we'd come across them. They'd obviously put themselves quite into the background as much as they could. But at the same time, their trail led us to them. We found them out in the moors around Walton-on-Naze, and they were conducting a ceremony. It appeared to me, by my best judgments, that they were inducting new initiatives into their order. And they were planning on sacrificing 3 victims that night.
Sorry, what? Sacrificing?
Yes. We came across them as they were in the middle of this ritual. There were 3 people tied to the stake. 2, I'll admit I don't know. One was Yalisa Hassa. So we've come across before, and that doesn't matter. What I can say is that the people who were in charge of this, which was Edward Gavaghan and Sarah Shikim, they ran through one of those victims tied to that stake. We weren't there in time. We didn't react fast enough to stop them from taking that one. But we managed to fight off and to scare off a load of other cultists and to take out Edward Gavaghan and Sarasik. I'm sorry. I lost one of my colleagues in this bout. And
Okay, stay where you are. I'm going to get some men. I'm going to come up. I won't be there until late tomorrow. Stay where you are.
Importantly,
and touch nothing.
Wait. We have 2 of the victims we saved. They are damn near catatonic. They are going through a lot of shock, a lot of issues. They need medical assistance as soon as it can possibly get here. I don't know if you can get in touch with anybody nearby or if there's anything that can be done, but they need assistance now. We don't know how to deal with them.
I'll get in touch with a hospital in Derby. I'll get someone sent out there as soon as I can.
Thank you.
Just stay where you are, stay safe, and don't touch anything.
Well, at least we'll get those two. The help they're gonna need.
Mm.
In the meantime, we have ourselves another deadline. They don't want us touching anything. They haven't seen or got this far. I think we need to go and do a quick investigation of our own.
Okay. And with
Yeah.
that, the three of you do an epic suiting up montage of all your books, magnifying glasses, guns, hats, and everything. And I'm going to move us back to the Misr House map, and you will immediately notice that I've uncovered the house. So I'm going to narrate most of this. As I say, this is what we essentially recovered last time, but I didn't because I was skipping through it. So the house itself is an old manor house. It obviously belonged to a well-established family, but recently it seems to have been left a bit to ruin. You enter through the main entrance on the ground floor, and it's dusty, almost as if it hasn't been cleaned or lived in for a long time. You may even expected Gavigan. He was a noted Egyptologist. You may have expected the odd Egyptian antiquity here and there, but there's nothing that shows it's been lived in. But as you go through, some rooms do show signs of life more than others. The three rooms in particular are the Great Hall on the ground floor, and, well, two rooms, I'd say. The Great Hall on the ground floor and a bedroom on the second floor that looks like it might be Gavigan's room, mainly because it's the only room that's furnished. All the other rooms, bedrooms, guest bedrooms, haven't been used for years. So yeah, which one would you like to investigate first?
What do you think? We're already on the floor with the Great Hall. Shall we start there?
Great Hall sounds a good shout.
Okay. So a short corridor from the central hallway leads to the Great Hall. It's grand double doors that open into the Great Hall. From what you can see like a table and chairs that may have once played host to grand dinner parties, but now just dust everywhere. Dominating the room is a magnificent stone fireplace, flanked on either side by dusty suits of armor which have been attached to the wood-lined walls. And you look and you see that the armor has been permanently bolted to the woodwork. As you're examining, can you make me spot hidden rolls, please, as you're examining this? This is just to see who gets it, just more than success or failure. What have we got? We've got a 41 for Denver, a 65 for Tim. So you're both seeing it. Martin?
I'm trying to tap the. Did I tap the thing?
You did. You got a hard success and then an extreme success. I'll give it to Martin in that case. Martin, as you're looking around this room, you see, even though there's dust everywhere, it looks like there's a path cleared through the dust, and it leads to one of the suits of armor on the left side of the fireplace.
Oh, guess I'll head to that suit of armor.
And as with that hard success, I'll take the extreme success as well. You look at the wall. You look at the wall around the armor, and you see one of the bricks is a slightly different color than the rest.
Okay, let's poke it.
You poke the brick, and there's a rumbling, and the suit of armor and the part of the wall attached to swings open leading to a short tunnel with stairs leading down.
Gavigan has a patent. Just reminded a lot of our discovery in his office.
Indeed, he does like his secret passages, it looks like.
With a path through the dust, through a dusty room.
It's a shame it's not much better at hiding them. I'm going to make quite the deception.
Okay. It's down slightly. So if you move down the screen, you'll see a basement, and there's some drawn in rooms here. So at the bottom of the stairs is an unlocked iron door, and within you see what looks like a strange room. It's certainly more populated is the wrong word. Certainly more furnished than the rooms above. You see a brazier. It's not lit. In the center of the room, you see a workbench with tongs, pincers, thumb screws, and some very modern-looking knives. You see on the opposite wall from where you come in, so you're coming in on the top right corner where it says to Great Hall, you see some shelves with some books on them. You see a desk, more tables scattered with an assortment of jars, small boxes and tins, and some statues, scrolls, a couple of books. Sitting on the shelves are 4 unhealthy-looking plants in pots. And a bit further on, you see what look like cells with barred doors.
Ah, I guess that's why they were previously holding their victims.
Most likely. Is there anything in the cells at the moment?
3 of the cells show signs of recent occupation. The rest don't appear to have been occupied for a while, but in one of them, we'll say it's in this one in the far top left corner, you see a piece of leather lying on the ground as if it's been forgotten.
Is the cell open?
It is not. However, you see at the end there's a wall hook with a ring of iron keys on it.
I'm gonna grab the keys and go and open up the cell door.
Okay.
And,
It's a wallet. It's a wallet, and you open the wallet, and inside the wallet is a police warrant card, Inspector Gregory Munden.
Do we know this name?
Do you know this name?
sounds familiar.
I cannot search my notes at this time, so...
I think Martin would probably have this down, so Martin, make me a education roll, please. A no roll.
Yeah, let's scroll up. Yeah.
Another extreme success. Unless anybody else has it down in their notes.
Gregory Munden?
Yes.
Barrington's predecessor?
There we are. Barrington's predecessor.
That was my first guess, but...
Yep. Well done, everyone. Well done, Brian.
Yay.
Well done, Tim. That's it. Yep. Moving out into the main workroom, you see, well, as I say, you see the torture devices. Obviously, brazier unlocked. The desk, if you search the desk, you will see it's the letter from this is where you'd find the ledger that you found last time and the unfinished letter for the Pale Viper. So that's where they came from. You find a statue, a 6-inch statue bust made out of black ebony, some sort of pharaoh type figure.
Oh, the bust that person wanted returned.
It would seem so.
Hello.
Can we investigate the Black Pharaoh, see if there's anything on it?
It is carved. It just says it is carved from ebony. There is also
Are there any hieroglyphs on it?
No. Well, if there were some, it looks like there were some hieroglyphs on it, but they've been carved over with what look like inverted ankhs. nearby, where I said you find some books and scrolls, you find 2 books actually to add to your collection of books. You find a book, and I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this, so apologies in advance. You find a book called Song of the Jinn, the Ogniat Min Al Jinn, which I'll move to the library. You find another book called De Vermis Mysteriis, and looking inside, you see there was a bookplate on it, property of the Orne Library, Miskatonic University in Arkham.
Oh, is this the book that was mysteriously stolen during the Amargarok?
Oh. Potentially.
So, yes. There are scrolls, there are other scrolls around as well. I've lost the Vermis Mysteriis, that's not good. I'll have to find that afterwards. Oh, it's gone into investigations, that's not ideal. So, technical problems. Anyway, I think that's about it for this one, for this floor. As I say, the other room of significance in this house is the bedroom, Gavigan's bedroom, what it looks like.
So is that an English book and a Latin book, or?
The Song of the Jinn is written in Arabic.
Oh.
So, the other room of significance is the master bedroom, Gavigan's bedroom. If you wish to investigate this one, you'll feel the need to leave the secret workroom, dungeon, and torture chamber.
One thing I would like to do is to make sure we take the Black Pharaoh. I have a feeling that'll end up being a bargaining chip.
Okay, make a note that
Yeah,
you
I was
have
wondering
that.
if we should either take it or destroy it.
Yeah, by all means. So, making your way up to the master bedroom. It's an ornate 4-poster bed that takes up a great deal of the space. On a dressing table, you see a folded piece of paper, a wooden mannequin head on which rests an ornate headdress, seems to be constructed of interlocking eyes fashioned from gold, and a wooden box about 1 foot long, 1 foot wide, 1 foot high. The box opens in the middle and is currently open in the middle.
Surprised that he wasn't wearing that when we faced them. I imagine that the box probably had those, I can't remember what you call them, but the Egyptian sort of stick things.
You'd think that, but when you look at the box, it contains a marine chronometer.
Huh.
It's curious. What does that note say? Have one of you gone to take a... Well, imagine I've literally walked right over to the box. So literally turning over to Tim and tomorrow. What does that note say?
The note is the letter from Omar al-Shakti that you found last time. That's where that one came from.
All right.
Right.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we found a scroll that was describing some apparel for a particular person. I'm kind of wondering if this headdress is one of those pieces.
It may well be. What's with the marine chronometer? I want to take a closer look at this. I want to slowly get it out to see if it's been set to anything in particular. See if I can figure any of it out.
It's been set to the current time.
Interesting.
The current time in England, I assume.
The current time in England. Well, England at this time is still in GMT, so it's been set to GMT.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm pretty sure someone found like a clock during the America arc, which was set to UK time as well.
Well, the other side of things when it comes down, even if it's a marine one, I know sometimes that can be used for the sake of, navigation at sea.
You also know them to be highly accurate.
Oh, yes, definitely. The last thing you need is for them to go awry when you're out on the ocean. God knows where you'd end up.
Do you think it might be for timing the rise of the new moon? Or something like that?
It's going to be there for timing something. I know that we've got a lot of travel by sea, and I wonder whether there's any note and point about that as well. But then again, we haven't come across anything nautical yet, have we? Have we? Literally looking at you two.
Not that I remember. But with what we've encountered, I do not doubt it possible.
Thinking of going through documents and bits and pieces to try and find probably something that take a note about looking through, especially about the Cairo expedition, or if there was anything noted about particular times. But I don't think there was, not off the top of my head. But
Can I ask you to make an idea roll? I'm going to ask you for No, Denver specifically. Denver, make me an intelligence roll.
Intelligence roll. Okay. Wow. I wasn't expecting that one to succeed.
You do realize that Martin is right. You have seen a clock identical to this before in New York. And
nice.
you even pointed out at the time it had been set to 5 hours ahead to GMT. And you even said at the time this must be used for timing or synchronizing something. And then you remember a conversation you had with an astronomer in New York, a professor of astronomy, about a star chart and a date.
Oh, God. I'm literally now rushing back for bits and pieces now.
I think you went to the astronomer and figured out that the constellations were basically showing like in a little under a year's time, but basically our final deadline.
In which case, if everything is being set to these particular times.
Yep. What the heck was that? Oh, wait, I think someone knocked at the door. Give me one moment.
Okay.
I thought someone had jumped to So in which case, if it's for the sake of the timing, oh dear God, if it's something which is happening in multiple places around the world, we might have disrupted a few things in one place, but might not do the trick for everywhere.
Sounds like we're probably gonna have to try visit as many of these places as we can.
Definitely.
Yes, I'm back.
It's okay. And by now it's probably coming to the close of the 24th. Do you wish to stay in Walton on the Naze, or do you wish to travel back to London?
For the sake that we said we would stay here.
Okay.
And what I'm going to say is that what I suggest we make a mention of is that we went through that building before we went to that cult. Because I reckon that he's going to desperately want to know, if nothing about his predecessor.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And if nothing else, being able to point him in that point will probably work in our favor.
I assume we left the wallet in the cell then?
I believe so. And I
Okay,
didn't take
because
it,
I
did
was just
you?
thinking, like, that could be an easy way to slip up. Also, by the way, we found traces of your predecessor. Just like, why didn't you mention this on the phone already? Did you go in there after calling me? Oops.
No. Oh, no,
No.
We have a much better answer on that one. Because the moment I mentioned about what happened, he immediately shut us up. Just told us to stop and to wait.
Oh, true,
We didn't
true.
have much time. I had just about enough time to ask for him to send some help for those victims.
Hmm.
I didn't get a chance to tell him the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think I'm just going to narrate this bit. So, the next day, probably like late afternoon, Barrington comes up from London with a squad of about 4 or 5 officers. He introduces them to you, and you are finally able to meet Sergeant Nobbs, a rather lanky officer, and Constable Colon, a somewhat rotund, should have been retired many years ago officer. They immediately set to work taking the place apart. Um, from the sounds of it, you've covered your tracks pretty well as to what you've discovered. So and if you've taken anything, the books, they wouldn't know they were there. So as far as I can see, you've managed to get away scot-free with it. He probably spends the rest of the day with you, taking statements, getting your version of events, unless there's anything extra you want to tell him. They obviously find the wallets belonging to Inspector Munden. It's the typical thing where maybe Sergeant Nobbs comes up and says, "You need to see this," in a way that TV inspectors always and sergeants always do. So you need to come see this. So he's able to obtain closure on that at least.
Hmm.
There is only
And
one
so,
thing I would like to know, if I might interject quickly.
Mhm.
Was one of the 3 victims the predecessor,
No,
considering he was in the cell? Oh, fair
no,
enough.
I mean,
he was dead, long dead. He
yeah,
was
Oh,
yeah.
missing a
It
long time
seemed like
ago.
that was a while ago. That wasn't a just this month thing.
oh no. But then again, you don't know how long it's taken for them to actually acquire all people. And
Mm.
if he's been sniffing around, they might have just held on to him until they wanted him. I mean,
Mm,
why
I
else
get,
would you
I
put
get
him
the
in a
feeling that
cell?
I get the feeling that they took victims every month.
Mhm.
Probably. Anyway, I'll let you carry on.
So
Sorry for the
yes,
interjection.
no, that's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. So unless there's anything in particular you're desperate to tell Barrington, he's obviously got his hands full with all the things, and there are like a doctor and an ambulance does come from nearby Derby to take the 2 victims to the hospital there, to just be assessed. So unless there's anything else you want
I
to tell Barrington, yep.
I would like to say that, look, I was like pulling him aside and I said, we've been going through these investigations and seeing these different bits for quite some time now. And we're starting to see that there is a correlation going on. Now, we're not sure how big this gets, but it looks like there might be something going overseas, in all directions. I need to know something from you. I was sitting down and looking close in the eye. Not threatening, just literally like I want to see for a fact whether you say something is true or false. That look you
Mm.
give as close as you can. If something was to happen on our further travels, and we find out that there is something happening international, and it was going to happen here as well as everywhere else, if we called upon you, would you be able to help? You've already seen what they're trying to do, but we think there's something bigger going on.
I would require proof of such a thing, but I am sworn to uphold the law. I've been trying to find out the perpetrators of these murders of my predecessor, my friend, for the past year. I can see that his killers here have been brought to justice, but what you say is true, and there are more further afield. Then, if anything does happen here, then I will do, and you can provide evidence of it that I can act on, then yes, I will do my utmost to uphold the law here and to bring these people to justice.
You're a good man. I'm sorry for your loss. I know I had a feeling that you'd probably prefer if you'd found him in a better state.
I've found a lot of people in a better state.
Aye. Well, at least we've stopped something.
You're all good men as well. You and Mr. Sullivan and Mr. Nunwood, and I'm sorry for your losses, and I hope you meet with better success on your future travels.
The same to you as well, and whatever future endeavors you have.
Now,
Just pat on the shoulder and sort of make my leave.
So we'll say you return to London the following day, so 24th, 25th. This will be the 26th you return to London. You would arrive at the 27th. Anything you wish to do on this particular day, or do you just wish to?
What languages are the scrolls we took in?
The scrolls. One of them is written in Hebrew, again, which nobody here speaks. You've got your book in Arabic. You can find people. You can try and find people like connected to the local universities or the British Library that may try and translate it for you.
Well, that would be helpful for the ones we have no knowledge of.
Okay.
And I mean, I was also thinking that sort of like if we have like study time as we travel, I might try improve my Latin.
One thing which I will do.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, no.
No. You carry on. You carry on.
That damned book Zoe was stuck with.
Ah.
That damned book. I want to take it. And for a moment, I want to tear it to shreds. I instead decide to bind it as tightly as possible, as best as possible, and to secrete it at the very bottom of our little library.
Yeah.
So that it's a case of I can't get rid of it. It's a memory of Zoe. At the same time, I don't want anyone else to touch the damn thing.
Is this another stolen book? Like, I guess what another option is, if it is, we could send it back.
Not that you can see. If it has been stolen, there's no indication as to where it's. The other side of things, I would not dare send this back. You have no idea what that thing would have released. This is an element of evil. It corrupts. And all it takes is one person to just give in. This is a weapon, Martin. A weapon. And it's a weapon that we do not hold the trigger to. No one does. Whatever it brings across wouldn't be good for anyone. The best thing you can do with a weapon is you either destroy it, or you make sure no one uses it.
Yeah. I just assumed that there was a library that was keeping some of these books under lock and key. And that was an
there might be.
Some of them do. Some of them do. Yeah.
But still, there's a risk. We got our hands on it. What's stopping someone else?
You can equally ask what's to stop someone stealing it from us.
At least I have an answer for that one. Us.
So, just to clarify, what books and scrolls are you sending to get translated?
You said the Song of the Jinn was in Arabic, and you said there was a Hebrew scroll. I don't know if you said if there were any other scrolls we found in Misr House. We could try get De Vermis Mysterious translated, maybe? I don't know if there's any books we haven't translated yet from our current collection. That's my initial suggestions, anyway.
The books you haven't looked at yet, the Equinox Divise is in French, and De Vermis Mysterious is in Latin.
Mm-hmm.
Song of the Jinn is in Arabic. So if you're willing to get those looked at, it'll probably take a couple of days to get response back from that. So 27th, you're probably looking at the 1st of March or even like the 2nd of March before you get anything back from them. I'd like to, if I may, fast forward to the 28th of February. The evening of the 28th of February, the fog has rolled back in. It doesn't feel as oppressive as it has done in the past. Certainly, you don't get the feeling that you're about to be jumped by some kind of jellyfish-like monster, but it's still quite a foggy night. Visibility is down, and you're probably coming back to your hotel after a day of researching. And as you're approaching your hotel in London, I should move us back to the London map. I'll move us back to the London map first, actually. That's one thing I will do. So bear with me 1 moment. There we are. And as you're moving back to your hotel, you hear footsteps behind you, walking towards you. You turn around and you see what looks like a figure emerging out of the fog. It's holding a long tubular-like thing in one of its hands. It looks like it's wearing a hood. And for a moment, you think you see what look like cat ears on top of this hood.
Robin, what are you doing in this
Just
universe?
slowly reaching for my gun, just in case.
Oh, what now?
Just take it easy.
Like our table talk, a Nyarlathotep pun?
Oh,
It's not the Sphinx, I know that much.
no. There is something familiar about this figure.
What are they doing anything in particular? Like, are they walking?
No, they're just walking towards you. You can hear the footsteps. They're carrying this like long tubular thing, almost. You're not quite
Taking
sure.
a look back.
Rifle.
Just trying to get a quick look. Is that a pelt on their head?
Difficult to say at this distance, but it might be.
Is there a chance that there's a corner coming up that we might be able to sort of sneak away and sneak aside for a tick and get a better look as they go by?
You can do, and you're not sure. You think it's walking towards your hotel, this figure, and as you walk past, you think it looks like a jaguar pelt, maybe.
What?
Man's just like, did Flintlock mention a son?
I know that I was aware of. I wasn't even aware that Flint had ever bred. Going out the way he acted.
Robin, would you like to take over from this point, please?
Yes. So have I seen them kind of try and sneak off, or?
I think you would have done, yes, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to kind of follow them, same pace.
Oh, no, we're just going to end up walking circles at this point, trying to get a look at each other.
Honestly, I'm not sure how much patience Martin has, but for this,
Right.
like, without just turning and saying hello.
You two, we have an option. Vahid Dungy. On the count of three, we go in three different directions. We see which one he goes. Right? One, two.
No, Martin is not down with is not persuaded of this plan.
Martin, we go in different direction. He follows one of them. We can then get round and tail. We can get the advantage.
But we already had an advantage. There's 3 of us.
3 of us, and he's currently behind us. And God only knows what. If he's got something in that tube, he might take us down before we even get a chance.
How far behind is this mysterious figure anyway?
Step.
There's plan B. I do have a plan B. I don't want to use plan B, but I have a plan B. And I cast the
Tim,
fog
do
of
you have any
misdirection
particular-
right behind us.
I was just like, Tim, do you have any thoughts on this situation?
It's a bit like fog.
Boom.
Quick. Make a move. Hide somewhere. We'll get an idea of them.
I don't know, they seem pretty perceptive.
If they can see through that fog, they're done better than us.
Can I see through the fog?
No. It's designed to be that you can't see through it.
Basically, run, hide. Let's get a look at what this thing is.
Go on then, Robin, it's your show.
Yeah, so I'm just going to continue to walk into the fog towards where I've seen everyone.
Do you think anything is special about this fog, or do you think it's a very dense patch
I think
of fog?
it's just fog that's appeared quickly, and I'm just thinking, that's a bit unusual, but... And I'm going to actually call out.
What do you call out?
Yeah, so I was going to say.
Hello?
This way, but
It's
then
Denver and
Martin makes an
Smith in the
exasperated
party.
C, and so like
It's
Denver just
Denver Smith in the
hello?
party.
Yes. Yes, there is a Denver Smith. And who may you be who's been following us? Unannounced, might I add.
I've been sent by Jackson Elias's lawyer.
What? Who are you?
I believe you knew my old man. Flintlock?
Oh my...
You're God.
I'm his son, Kapak.
I'll pretty much go straight in, following the sound. Get face to face as quick as I can.
As you get face to face with him, you see that there were no ears on his hood. He is wearing what looks like a jaguar pelt hood, but it's not as elaborate as Flint's, and it's certainly not a jaguar head with ears on the top. And the long tubular thing he was holding is actually a walking cane.
My God. Huh. You must hold the spirit of your father. Came across with quite the presence. I can see
Yes.
him in your eyes.
We do kind of apparently hold a resemblance, and you can see he just looks like a younger, more neatly trimmed up Flintlock. You know, like Flint.
What do you mean
brushed up.
neatly? What do you mean he's neatly? Flintlock was not even remotely neat. Like, is he slightly neater, or is he
Like if
the
Flint
same
had
standard
kind of-
of one of the party neat, or is he neater
if Flint
than the
had kind
party?
of properly brushed up, you know,
Okay.
big trimmed beard, still a full beard, but very neatly trimmed.
But
He's got like
it is a well-groomed beard.
yes, he's very well groomed. He's got like a kind of almost suit on, and the like looks to be a jaguar head kind of embroidered into it.
See,
And you
have
do
your father's
notice
style.
now that you've got a bit closer, he is walking with a limp. But he's very young. He's late teens, early 20s.
It's early 20s at this point, probably, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
What happened? Come. Let's head to the hotel and get a drink. You can tell me
Sounds
about
like
it there.
a good idea.
Aye. Sounds like a grand idea. Before you even get a chance to turn towards the hotel, I pretty much grab hold of you and hug you for a moment.
Oh,
And
I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself there.
Okay.
Kapak. Kapak, is that how you say it?
Yes.
Kapak?
I think so anyway.
It's your character. It's your character. Kapak.
yeah. At some point, I was going to think we should exchange names because I know from at least listening to games and stuff, I was aware that Flint had a son, but didn't remember his name.
Kapak, as Denver comes in to embrace you, you notice that he's got Flint's jaguar head on his shoulder.
I kind of recoil a bit.
Oof.
Oi, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to startle you.
Why have you got that? And I point at it.
Placing a hand on her. Your father was a good man. Very good man. He carried this wherever he went, and this might have been the last bit which actually remained. I had to hold on to it, take care of it in his memory. Done so much for us.
You must have known a different man to me then. Good for nothing lout.
I certainly thought that when I first met him. There's no denying that. But I judge a man by their actions. I know people by what they do, more than what they say. I can't say for what he was beforehand. But man, I knew was good.
It's what caused this, and I kind of tap my leg.
Oh.
Sorry if that's brought back such a terrible memory. What happened?
I just point at the shoulder. Jaguar thing.
Oh no, I get that.
Oh.
Was it a hunting trip? Or was this thing hunting you?
Oof.
I think I get the picture.
Mother said I was too young.
He took you out anyway, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He was a curious one. And certainly when it came down to the way with the gun, well...
Yes, he did try to teach me.
Oh, he spoke better with a gun than he did with his lips, I'll tell you that much. Come. We'll go, we'll sit, we'll talk. In a more civilized fashion, which I feel will probably be better suited for you as make a hint to the leg. Standing around in the cold is probably not going to do you any favors.
Yes.
Come. We'll warm you up.
I'm going to say you do notice that he looks quite pale and gaunt as well.
We'll warm you up. We'll get old stories. So I want to hear from you too. In particular, why are you here?
I'm here out of a sense of duty. My old man He was investigating stuff. I told it was quite serious. And yes, while obviously there is bad blood between us, I would like to know what happened. And, well, see what I can do to follow on his footsteps.
There's always that mistake for the young ones make. We will have that conversation. We'll tell you everything. We'll let you know about everything that has been going on. You deserve that much. And you'll have to make up your own mind. Because you can follow in your father's footsteps. You can only take your own. Regardless where you walk, they're going to be your choices. You don't have to do this out of honor or anything daft like that. But if you feel the call, I won't hold you back. But we'll let you know. We'll tell you everything.
That is appreciated.
Come on. Do you need a carriage or anything? I mean, you look like you're struggling a touch. Then again, you've just been trying to tail us, so I'm not too surprised.
Well, since the incident that caused my leg, I do find mobility a bit more difficult, but I can hold my own.
All right. That's your decision to make and all. Come.
And just out for the shits and giggles, I'm going to try and trip Tim up with my cane as he's walking past.
The torment begins.
Tim, make me a dexterity roll, please.
Okay. Your right, dexterity's up here, isn't it?
He probably stumbles a little bit, but he's on his feet. How does Tim? How do you react to this?
I react by snatching the cane from him.
I immediately fall over.
Oh dear! It
Tim,
starts.
what the hell?
It starts. Tim, do I want to make Tim as you're holding the cane? Make me a spot hidden roll, but I need an extreme success.
Ooh, cane sword.
Okay.
Cane seems slightly heavier than usual, but yeah, you don't think anything of it. You're just like, so get it away from him, and do you give it back to him? Do you give it back to him?
What the hell?
Yes, but I say, don't do that again.
Do what again?
Try and trip me up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, boy.
Are you just saying this from the ground or from like Denver's
I was
shoulder?
going to say that I'm going to be helping him up and all that side of things, basically
Yeah.
slinging arm around until we get your cane back over. Like, what the hell, Tim? Needs
He tried
that.
to trip me.
Are you sure?
And was
I
that really
know
what-
what a cane between my legs feels like.
Aye, but what if that's the angle he needed to walk with, for crying out loud?
We
Do you
needed
walk
to
with a
walk
cane? Do you
with.
require one, Tim? It becomes quite difficult. It's a challenge. They might
See,
have gone out in
am
a
I-
different angle, that's all.
I'm just distracted by like, has someone tripped you up specifically with a cane before, Tim?
Yes.
Sorry, that
Tim
was the
Lord.
chaos gremlin just coming out.
had to come out there. As you're bickering and arguing about this, the night flips over, and what I will say is, during your time in London so far, you've learned that there is a steamship leaving Southampton to Port Said in Egypt, and then from there it's a train ride to Cairo. The steamship leaves Southampton on the 4th of March.
March. I
Perfect.
do have one last question for Capac as we're walking along. How the hell did you know who we were? You came to us before we even got to the hotel.
Oh, much like me, found out through Jackson Elias's secretary.
Aye, but you literally spotted us on the street walking. How?
It was your hat and, well,
It helps.
stands out a bit.
Aye, I suppose it does. I suppose that it does. All right, let's get you that drink.
The hard stuff, please.
Unless
Ginger ale for this one.
Ginger
I'll get
ale
this
for the
round.
child. Unless there is anything you would like to do over the next few days, we can fast forward to the 4th of March. Tim, if you still want to try and acquire a statue of Akhenaten, you know where there is likely to be one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Your least favorite person in the world.
Currently out of stock, but come back next week.
You might find one in Egypt.
Wait, are you going there, Tim, or are you going to wait until you get to Egypt?
Yes.
You're going
Yes,
there.
I'm going there.
And once again, the shop is empty with just the bell on the counter at the end.
But is there anything? By empty, do you mean like completely empty? No.
You don't see anybody. You
Nothing
don't see anybody about. You don't see Monsieur Bonhomme around.
Okay.
I thought for a moment you remember the shop was boarded up. There's nothing inside.
No. Just a brick wall.
Yeah.
No. The shop is still there. There's still like all the Egyptian
I'm
artifacts.
not specifically looking for something Akhenaten, but I just end up finding something nonetheless and go, hello, what have we here?
Okay. What would that be? That would probably be. You probably find the one genuine statue in the entire shop,
Nice.
Very nice.
and it is of Akhenaten.
Ooh.
It is devilishly cursed.
Aren't they all?
Cthulhu happens to be living inside of it. You don't know yet.
Yeah.
Yes, I think I'll acquire this. I walk over to the desk and ring the bell. Ring, ring, ring.
Bonjour, monsieur. I'm sorry, I did not see you come in, and he just like immediately there behind you. I did not see you. I did not hear you come in. I'm sorry, I was busy elsewhere. Oh,
Yes, I just turn and hold the face up. How much for this?
Oh, that is a
Hey.
very. I got that a few years ago from what was it? That chap's name, Faraz Najar in Egypt, I believe it was. Got it 1918, 19, I think. Yes, he was a good. Yeah, I haven't heard from him a long time though. Sorry, yes. That'll be £50, please.
Yes, of course. Anything for this
This doesn't
fine
even
sculpture of Akhenaten.
Do you hand over the £50?
Yes.
I'm afraid that's going to have to come out of your actual cash. I don't think you'll be able to expense that. So,
Okay.
you're going to have to find some way to realize some of your assets to get the money across for that. It depends how much you want it, or you want to try and bargain him down.
Okay. How about I give you a trade? Tim points out the anklet he has on him. This was from my first
Oh,
expedition.
and Mr. Bonham takes it. Yes, I think I can reduce that. That will be if you let me have this, I'll let you have the statue for £20.
Yes. That will do nicely.
And he lets you have it £20. That is actually about $100 worth, that is. But yep, he gives you the statue, and you leave the shop $100 or £20 poorer with a statue of Akhenaten and just the image of that big grin in your head.
It has stained your eyeballs.
Tell you, next time, let me come along with Matilda. We'll get you a discount.
I'm not going to see what happens if two people are at the bell and they're going to back to back. Like, where does he appear if there are two people standing back to back?
Yeah, Tim just quietly says to himself, "Oh, I know who you are, and I have no doubt we'll meet again, and I'll be getting my onk back then."
Oh, I love it. So we'll move on to the 4th of March, and you make your way to Southampton by train, and it's going to be the SS Valley of the Kings, appropriately named, operated out of Port Said, and you board going to Port Said. So on this ocean journey, we can either redline it, so you arrive at Port Said. How many days did I put it down as? 11 days later, on the 15th of March. You can either redline it to there, or if you want to do any interactions on the boat or do any studying or anything, you can do.
I mean, we've got some reading to do. We've got some translated books.
Yes.
You have. You might at some point, say about the 2nd or the 3rd, you got the translated scrolls and the translated book of Song of the Jinn.
I'd say the one thing which I would like to double check. Capac, I'm guessing you've made your mind to stick with us. For one, if we've got onto the ship.
It's either that or it's a very short-lived character.
I mean, you are playing it. Anyway.
Touché.
Capac, I've got to ask you something. I appreciate this is probably going to be a bit of a sore subject, considering. Do you know how to use a firearm, or is that something you gave up entirely?
I'm going to have a quick look at my stats. I mean, I did have a little bit of training as a kid, but I was never very good at it. And he's going to just kind of move Denver over to a corner, and he's just kind of going to say, "I'm better to," and he's just going to show the blade on his cane before putting it away again.
Oh. A custom piece, I see. I mean, it's all well and good. Are you alright if you get that close to someone? I mean, with no offense, when Tim took that cane away from you, you couldn't stand up.
That was an act. Don't tell Tim.
You might not like to hear this. My God, are you your father's son? All right. I was going to offer to give a bit of training, but if you've got that, I'll leave it with that for the time being. I might try and force it later, but we'll see. I have enough trust to leave you.
If I happen to have time, I'll be down for lessons, but I suspect I'll be prioritizing studying and Latin.
I mean, how long is the journey?
11 days.
There's a chance we could potentially try and squeeze in some lessons for you along the way.
I was going to say, I'll tell you what. You can teach me a little bit of rifle work. I've heard you're a bit of a brawler.
I have no class with it, mind you, but I can throw myself at an enemy.
Well, let's see how I've been studying fencing at university, so
Very well. I like the like then.
indeed.
So it sounds like training's on the table.
Okay, so write that down that you want to do some of that. So who is doing what on this journey? Or are you doing what activities are you doing?
Well, but it sounds we're sort of part and party with figuring out how to fight and all that lot, but I reckon there'll still be days of going through documents, especially as we start getting
Yeah.
closer.
I was going to say, Pack would certainly kind of be itching for some reading material.
Oh,
It
we've
sounds
got
like we
plenty of
can
that.
split up the books a bit.
Okay.
We have
Just
the
one-
we have the econ-
One rule. You do
What's
not touch that one. The bound book at the bottom.
Why?
The last person we lost was basically driven insane by that book.
Book
They
driving people
tried-
insane. What are you on about?
You'll learn. There are a lot of things that drive people insane. In doing this, we're going to be
But-
coming across quite a few of them.
But their words written on a page.
We've come to learn that there are forces out there that can bind themselves to words, to pictures, to relics, to reliefs. There are people that try to use them, cultists in particular. The words have power. And not in a flamboyant sense, I tell you something and this is gonna happen. Literal power. And a friend.
Call the other one.
It's like
Honestly, cannot
from
be that
somewhere,
bad.
just from a little way, just like he'll learn.
I know he'll learn, but if he learns too quick, it could be the end of us before we get off this boat.
Well, just okay, just approach it like, well, just keep that one on you then. So like,
Aye.
the one you
I
specifically
promised I will
don't
not
want-
read that one. But I think you're talking a load of shite.
So
You'll learn. You'll learn.
as I say, of the books you have not yet read, it's the Equinox Divise in French, De Vermis Mysterious in Latin, Song of the Jinn, which you've had translated, and this Hebrew scroll that you've also had translated.
I thought we'd had the Equinox Divise and De Vermis Mysterious translated as well.
You can do if you wish to.
I was going to say I would have a look at the Latin one.
Yeah, De Vermis Mysterious. Okay. Martin, what would you be reading in this case?
I guess Song of the Jinn, so it's because since it's definitely been translated.
Okay, and any takers for the Hebrew scroll?
And if it's been translated now, I'll read
It's been
it.
translated, yeah. And there's still Equinox Divise, which hasn't been looked at yet. Which is in French. Sounds like there might be one for Tim's Wheelhouse if it's in French. What do you like? If you have these translated, there's probably some scholars in London who are currently have their brains dribbling out of their ears.
Yeah.
But don't say for asking for help.
Start with Denver, actually. Denver's one is actually the easiest one. This scroll, written in Hebrew, you see the translation, and I'd have to say the scroll hasn't been fully translated, but the title of it has, and some of the text. It's something called Quicken Fog Spawn.
Okay.
Oh, that was that was what it was then.
Quicken folk spawning. Interesting.
That explains why the frog's been chill since, I guess.
Seem to be getting all the folks that have related stuff.
Let's see. Martin, we'll go for you next. The Song of the Jinn. This book is quite a small book. The original book is quite a small book. It says here sexagesimal, and I've got a book sizes chart, which means it is approximately 4 inches by 6.5 inches. So it's about the same size as a photograph.
Oh.
But it's not the size that counts, it's what you do with it.
Having said that, yes, the book is bound in goat skin with a bronze clasp, and when it opens, there is a sulphurous smell. As I say, it has been translated for you, and as you read this, show this to, I'll just do this spell for this good old book image. It's the transcript of a series of discussions held by the author with a jinn, a being of scorching fire, which related all manner of esoteric and forbidden lore. While most of the knowledge contained appears to be fanciful, a few kernels of knowledge are hidden in the text. And above all, it contains a ritual called the Enchantment of the Living Flame. It'll probably take you about a day to read this, Martin, and at the end of the day, can you roll me a 1d4, please?
Okay, I'm gonna get one of my. See if I've got a physical one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. Okay. Got a nice bloodstained one. 2.
As you may expect, you lose 2 sanity points.
Mm-hmm.
And you gain 1 Cthulhu mythos from this. If you wish to look further into the spell Enchantments of the Living Flame, that will take a bit longer to actually read through. It seems that the translation got quite shaky at this point.
Looks like the translator had trouble. I might leave it and do something else this second day. And I've made a note to update my stats when I'm next to Mabel.
Capac, De Vermis Mysterious, the book that was indeed stolen from the Miskatonic University in 1923, I believe it was.
I was going to say, I can return that when I next go home.
Depends on what it does.
Well, now I'm curious if Capac lives in New York.
He would have said he lives in Arkham.
Oh, Arkham.
At some point.
Yeah, he had to journey from New York, so he had to take the train to New York. And you probably heard about this book actually. Black letter folio printed in Cologne, Germany, in the year 1542, suppressed by the church. You probably have spoken to Professor Henry Armitage about it and about other books. 15 copies have survived. In part, discusses the Arab world and things supernatural there. It is a lot of information that you've heard rumors of it, but nothing compares to actually reading this thing itself. It has an assortment of topics, including necromancy, creation of familiars, description of entities like vampires, sprites, elementals. It's certainly a lot. There's a lot of rituals for contacting deities, and reading through it. It is a hefty price for reading through it. It is 2d6.
Just 2d6 sanity.
2d6 sanity. Yep.
Time to you for you to find out.
Oh,
7. That does mean that you will take. Oh, shall I be kind to you? Because this is your first time with the character, I'll say that this is not an immediate hit of 7. It's like over a period of time, probably like over a couple of days worth of total.
This is your
7.
digesting it.
This is your digesting it. This is me not wanting to just send you insane on your first day on the job.
Don't so I'll say kill this character.
I would say that probably over the course of like 4 days or so. That's the cumulative total over the course of the days.
How long
And
it takes them to read it?
Yeah,
I
or
was
how
just
long it
waiting
takes.
for
Yeah, yeah.
I was just waiting
And
for the sake of, you gain a new fear. You're afraid of water.
How
uh,
unfortunate.
and you get +4 on your Cthulhu Mythos for that. So I'm being nice, but this is probably the only time I'll be nice on this sort of thing. No, nobody else is getting this consideration because they've all been through. They're all hardened veterans for this. Tim, the Equinox Divise for you, octavo, which means it is 6 inches by 9 inches. The account, I'll show this one to you as well. The account of a French merchant, colonial administrator, and explorer, Ghislain de Ramitz, telling of his experiences travelling around the world, with particular chapters devoted to cataloguing and comparing regional customs and beliefs in Northern Africa, Asia, and Europe. De Ramitz relishes in describing what appears to be outlandish or possibly fictional practices concerning farming and hunting. However, these are interspersed with dramatic and chilling folk customs that have the ring of authenticity. A number of apparent medieval rituals stemming from the south of France are shown to have dark and murderous origins. And you do see references to that you've come across before, such as Bloody Tongue and Three-Eyed Shadow and something about a Black Pharaoh. And of particular relevance is a description of a mark cut into the skin of enemies of the Bloody Tongue. A mark you do find very familiar. I will show you a picture.
Now.
I'll show you a picture of this mark.
The little
actually.
smiley.
Um,
The emoji.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Look at that happy little face.
Yep. Also, the same mark that was carved into Jackson Elias's forehead.
Yeah.
Well, now that's familiar.
Additionally, a passage in the book details an excursion to find the Black Mountain where the Bloody Tongue dwells in Kirinyaga, which you know to be in Kenya. This one is a 2d4 sanity loss, please, Tim.
Okay.
2 points, so you're remarkably chill about this, but it's useful information. Anything else you wish to do? You wish to do some combat training, I understand, on some of the days?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Sure.
By the sounds of it, it's probably sparring, I'm guessing.
Okay, so who is doing some training? Who is doing what training?
Kapak would probably be trying to see how well Denver holds up in kind of like he would have a stick rather than his cane.
Okay.
Maybe he's grabbed one of the mops off the ship or something.
So we'll do a couple of combat rounds on this one. So who's got the higher dex out of you both? We'll do this as a little combat, a little initiative combat.
My dex is 73.
55.
So Denver, you get to go first. Roll me a fighting brawl. Kapak, you have the option to dodge or to fight back.
All right. Here we go for a brawl.
I'm going to fight back.
Okay, make me we'll be with your sword cane, but you won't actually do any damage, but we'll be with your sword cane.
Oh,
Okay.
hurting.
Let's see. Kapak's turn now.
I'm just going to kind of try and tap Denver on the head, wrist, and on the torso as well.
So if you're targeting your attacks, that'll be with the penalty dice.
Okay.
So roll it twice.
I was kind of more flavouring it just as a flurry, almost.
Okay, then in that case, it's just a flavour thing. Then okay, just roll it normally. Yeah. And Denver, you get to roll you
Yeah,
get to
look.
decide whether you want to fight back or dodge.
Gonna be fighting back.
Okay, real make me roll. Oh, I think the seas are a bit choppy and the boat's like going from side to side. We'll do one more round of this. So, Denver, you're up first.
All right, going in again.
There we
Extreme
go.
success.
And Kapak,
Come
you
on.
need dodge or fight back.
Yeah, I'm fighting back.
Oh, you can't write this stuff. You cannot write this stuff. Denver, you think you've got him. You think you've got like a punch through him, but he's wily with that thing. He is so wily with that thing. You wouldn't expect it, but he's right there with it. And Kapak, your turn.
Yeah, I'm going to try and trip him.
Okay. This will be a maneuver, so let me just check. What's your build, please, Kapak?
My build is
on your combat
size.
tab. On combat tab, it should give you what a build is.
Combat. 0, apparently.
And Denver, what's your build on your combat
1.
tab? So I need to check this now because that does impose a penalty on Kapak. Maneuvers, compare builds. If the character performing the builder has a smaller build than the opponent, he takes a penalty die for each point of difference. So you need to make he's trying to trip him. Sword roll, please, with a penalty die. Because he's quite a big fella. And
Nice.
Denver, you do see this coming. You have the option to try and dodge or to try and fight back.
I'll try and fight back. I'll try and basically pin him down.
You see it coming, and you do manage to get hold of him, and hard success get him manage to trip him up instead, and Kapak lands quite heavily on the deck. Won't make you take any damage from it because you recover it. You do cover it straight away.
You're very impressive, but you've still got a thing or two to learn.
That does remind me. Anybody who's taken any damage in the last battle, enough time has passed that you would now get it all back. Basically, it's 1 point per day, and at this point, you'd be fully up.
How about the magic points? Would they? How does
They
that work?
magic points come back 1 every hour, so they would definitely come back, and hit points come 1 a day if you're not wounded,
Gotcha.
majorly wounded. Yeah.
And I assume sanity takes longer.
Sanity is basically rewards at the end of a chapter, really, or self-help,
That is-
or if you want to do any self-help is the other way of getting it back.
I am very close to my max sanity.
God, Dad did say in his letters you were a bit of a brute.
I suppose that's a good way. I'll take that as a compliment, considering. But
I did say I could hold my
hand.
I did say I could fend for myself.
I bet you do. At least I know in close combat you're all right. How about at distance?
That I don't especially like guns, but tit for tat and all that.
Aye. I'm glad to hear you. Nothing else, you're a man of your word. We'll find a place where... I'm guessing a way to do firing range is going to be shooting plates off the side like last time.
Oh yeah. In fact, there's probably a few other passengers. They probably have a bit of a shooting competition set up because there's probably more passengers on the boat.
Martin, Tim, you coming?
Yes,
All
yes.
right.
What are you shooting with? Are you going to shoot with your pistols or with rifles or what?
Whatever I'm given.
Considering your history, I'm
Use
guessing
the rifle.
It work better if everybody uses the same class of weapon.
I was going to say.
Okay, what should we practice with then? Because I know my handgun is my strongest.
I was gonna say when it comes down to that, for the sake of story-wise, I don't want to hand something like Loretta back over because I feel like that'd be quite a kick in the teeth for you. Though we do have just a standard shotgun or Matilda. So which one, story-wise, Would
Flint
you?
would have been teaching Kapak with a rifle.
So rifles it is then.
My weaker gun.
Yeah, that's
But I
good.
don't think I even have a rifle, so I would have to borrow one if we're
I mean,
doing
to be fair,
rifles.
when it comes down to it, I don't. I know I've got a shotgun when it comes down to it, but I don't think I've actually got. Oh no, didn't mean to shoot Loretta. Trying to take a look
An
at
unsuspecting passenger gets their head blown off.
No, it's like a seagull just like goes pew, splash into the water.
Look,
I thought
what
you
does
said you were
Loretta
good with that
count
thing.
as? Is Loretta counting as a shotgun or as a rifle? Because it's not.
It's
Loretta was a rifle.
It is a rifle.
I mean,
Okay.
they're both the same skill.
I know they're the
obviously.
same skill and all that side of things. In which case, it'll be Loretta coming out if we're
Okay.
practicing with that. In which
In
case, oh yeah.
Okay, so everybody make me rifle. If you have a rifle or a shotgun, make me rolls just with any. Just pick one and just
I
go with
do
it.
not.
Okay,
In
so
which
that'd be Tim. That'd be Tim. I think is like practicing with his shotgun as well. So just make me the roll, Tim.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
I apparently need practice with my own gun.
I'm assuming Loretta was mooned to Kapak for this kind of.
I will lend over Loretta just for the sake.
You see,
Penalty
Kapak
die.
flinch a little bit.
Yeah, that'll be a penalty die with Loretta, I think.
Rip.
Really
Both
wanted
the
to
same.
fail that. Yep. So with the results of that, again the boat catches you off guard, but Tim, you managed to, whether it's luck or judgment, the boat just happens to set you up in exactly the right place to shoot like the dead center of whatever you've got set up, like tin cans, or whatever you've got set up. Give some improvement for this actually.
Well, the
Ah.
other side of things, can I pass over for Loretta to Martin as well, considering Martin's come out for training?
Oh, thank you.
Have a
Okay,
try as
Martin.
well.
Nope.
In that case, I will say that Kapak, Denver, and Martin, you can add a D10, roll a D10, and add it to your rifle skill. Tim was just a bit too good for this one. He obviously doesn't need any training.
6.
Okay, so add that to your rifle shotgun skill. And we're going to, I think this will take us up to the 15th, Sunday the 15th of March. And as you approach Port Said, you've been like traveling along the African coast to your right for quite a while. And you reach Port Said and you see that as you're entering into the port, I'm going to turn that off actually because that's not quite appropriate. You see lots of smaller ships, some like rowing boats, some like little sailboats. Some of them, they're shouting up to you, advertising various wares, rugs, clothes, genuine Egyptian antiquities from the Valley of the Kings. Some are offering services like dragomen, guides, hotels. Some of them are offering taxi services to the port itself, and the steamer can't actually get into the port. In fact, the crew says, we can't actually enter the port. All passengers will need to get one of these water taxis into the port.
Oh.
And as you get into the port itself,
Sounds like a bit of a con, so they can get some extra money to me.
you are immediately mobbed again by people begging for money, people throwing genuine Egyptian jewelry into your face or genuine Egyptian statues at you, rugs trying to say buy this rug, people offering guides, people trying to, you see other passengers and you see these Egyptians almost like boys just grabbing their suitcase and just running off in different directions. Hotel, just running off in different directions as a passenger trying to get their suitcases.
If anyone kind of comes in and tries to do that to any of the people in our party, Kapak's just going to kind of wrap them on their legs with his cane.
I was going to say I was going to try and give off an intimidating appearances, Kisha. Don't fuck around.
You do get held up a bit at the port authority. You have to register for visas in the country, and you've all got firearms. Can you all make me luck rolls, please?
Pack does not have a firearm.
I have terrible luck.
I have no luck, so
I have excellent luck. Or regular, technically.
I used
So
up all my luck to survive the last fight we had.
Oh boy, you should have rolled some. You should have rolled some luck to get that back anyway at the end of the session, surely.
That is the
pass it.
luck I got back. I got back like
Was I
2 or
supposed to?
3.
Yeah, that's part of the end of
Oh.
session. That's part of the end of session thing. It's all right. We can
I
do
must
it.
have
We can
forgot to. Never mind.
we can deal with that. We'll deal with that at the end of
Yeah.
this one. So, Tim gets through okay, but Martin and Denver, your bags are searched, and you are told that you need to register for licenses, or otherwise your firearms will be confiscated, including the Retta.
Fine.
Well,
We'll take his two. Let's get this done.
yep.
That probably actually takes you another couple of days to the 17th by the time all the paperwork is.
When it comes down to it, as soon as we get taken into anywhere which deals with the paperwork, it's a case of pretty much leaning over. I know how these things work. And I know that things can go through faster. We need things to go through faster. And pretty much with an intimidate, I want to try to intimidate,
Make me
but to
make me
try and
intimidate.
convince. Basically, you want to make this go faster because otherwise,
Make me an
Um,
intimidate. We'll have an
please,
intimidate roll.
Can we do good cop bad? Oh,
Oh,
I'd like
use
to
it.
suggest
Oh,
some
you
good
don't have
cop
any
bad
luck.
cop where I do a persuade angle, just so yeah, we don't want to be wasting your time with this.
Okay, so Marty, make me a persuade roll, but I will count this as a push roll because it's the same goal.
yeah.
Well, I might be about to mess things up if my sheet will scroll. Okay. Why?
Oh, better than mine.
I mean, you got it's 5 luck.
You do have
you
8
want
luck.
me to use almost all of my luck on this?
It's up to you.
Denver?
I'm not going to force you either way. This is your choice to make.
Damn it, I'm not decisive. But at nearly 11 at night especially.
Do it. Do it. You know you want to.
You can always just flip a coin and let that decide.
I'm gonna say no. I don't think the GM is gonna turn around and shoot me.
I'm not going to turn around and shoot you, but as that's a push roll and it's failed, it is going to take a lot longer. It's probably going to take until... I'm just going to say it takes until the 21st, so it takes until the end... You're stuck there until the end of the week, bogged down in paperwork, while your firearm license is finally clear. But they do eventually come through. There is a knock at your hotel. It's just like, you're just like day after day of like trying to go to the office and push these things along. Again, there's like Drago men, like trying to offer you guides to the city, or like people trying to shout things at you.
Try and convince them to stop bothering our party as we're pushing through.
How would you like to do this?
Just like try and be persuasive if I can.
Okay.
Maybe drop them a couple of coins.
Let's see. That would be. I wouldn't ask for a credit rating because you're a poor student. Make me a your choice. Persuade or charm.
I'm gonna go with persuade. I think. Yeah, we'll go with persuade.
So you throw them a few coins, hoping that'll make them go away, but it has the opposite effect of even more coming towards you because they've now
Roll
Give it-
20. What is wrong with you?
They smelt the money on you.
So now they're all coming out of the woodwork. They're all coming out
I've
of the
got
woodwork.
nothing else. Gave up my last coin.
It's just like you just got this gaggle of kids following you now.
Mine.
However, mercifully, the paperwork is sorted. You are finally able to carry on to Cairo.
That took too long. I don't do good waiting sometimes.
Could have done without those bloody kids pestering us constantly as well.
So let's see. Tell me how long this takes. Did I say how long it takes exactly? I'm going to say that when you finally arrive in Cairo, it is the 25th of March. I think that's probably fair. Probably fair to say.
I see.
Yeah, it's 100. It's 100 miles. Oh no, it's not. Oh, scrap that. No, I'll say it takes you to the 22nd. I won't say 23rd. I'll say 22nd.
You're too nice, Jeff.
I can go. You can
Coming from the person who's been killed twice.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never been killed. I'm right here with you.
Okay, I'll go 23rd in that. We'll go for 23rd in that case. We'll arrive in Cairo at the 23rd. Okay, so and as you arrive in Cairo, once again, it's masses of people, teeming of people. There's like stores everywhere along every street. Come see the Valley of the Kings. Come see the Great Pyramids of Giza. Buy everything. Buy all the tourist stuff. And you do fine. Well, where would you like to stay? Let's go to the Cairo map. Actually, let's see. What hotel would you like to stay at? There are a number of hotels. Like, give me an example of a hotel.
Luxor Hotel, is that an actual thing?
There should be some on the Egypt map, actually. So let's go to the Egypt map. I'm going to say I wasn't fully prepared for this, but we're muddling through okay. Shepherd's Hotel, Ceramis Hotel. Shepherd's Hotel is like downtown a bit. It's next to the American consulate, so probably a safer area there.
Sense.
We can go with that one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a motorbike that just went past.
I know. That's on the streets there. Yeah. There's also Hotel du Nord, Hotel de Paris. Don't think they're on here. We'll go for the Shepherd's Hotel. That seems to be an appropriate one. So you managed to find your way there, fighting through all the porters, offering to take your luggage to other seedier hotels. And that is probably a good place to finish, as we have now reached Egypt, and we will pick up the investigation next time.
Okay.
Oh, that was a bit more intense session than I'd planned for, I'll be honest.
The chaos of travel.
Thank you guys for playing. Let's do our stars and our wishes, shall we? And we'll start with Robin this evening, actually.
Oh, that scene where Capac was following the party and everyone seemed to think he was Flint raised from the dead. That had almost the exact kind of feel that I wanted. Wishes that I find my feet with Capac, to be fair. I feel he's I don't want him to be like a clone of Flint, but at the same time I want him to have some of the same aspects.
Stanza.
The mode of realizing, wait, is this Flint's son? And and then it being confirmed. That's my star. I guess
Brian,
wishes.
sorry.
Oh
No, sorry, I interrupted.
Wait.
Sorry, still standards. Sorry.
okay, so we are doing wishes at the same time.
Yep.
Okay. That I can have all my notes in order and we can find a lot of information to start this investigation with.
Brian.
Stars. I'm just happy to get to Egypt. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. Wishes. I don't know, a bi-monthly
It'll be nice.
Mask of Nyarlathotep.
More
Uh,
mash.
Ben.
Stars is definitely for me when it comes down to is the introduction of Karpak. I'm once again seeing that. I had half thought, oh God, we could play this. I mean, trying to be in the mind of my character of the. So it's another one of the bloody cult things, or another faction of them. Together, and everyone, no, we shouldn't run. No, we should make him move. We should be doing it. Was such a nice little player, and especially did like as well the little like play fighting on the boat as well was an excellent little bit of throwing in. And great to see. Well, to see the heritage come back, which is very good. For the sake of wishes, I wish that Roll20 would let us succeed every now and again. The amount of red I'm seeing in there is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Stars. Oh, there was a lot I enjoyed about this. I did enjoy Kapak's introduction. I just like how Robin and you all played that. I did enjoy the stuff on the boat. I liked the bit at the start actually, with the Misr House and with Barrington and all that side of things, like deciding whether or not to bring Barrington in, how much to tell him, and just like go to Misr House and piecing together some of the little bits, like the bit about the marine chronometer and the book that had been stolen. That was way back. Like no, that's way back in the previous episode. The book that had been stolen from Miskatonic University. So like all that stuff seems to like come back to the forefront now and like come together again.
The pieces are coming together, definitely.
Wishes. Well, there's a lot to do in Egypt. There's a lot to discover in Egypt. So I'd love to explore all that with you guys.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And with that, it only remains me to say thank you all very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please leave a comment down below. And if you have a Discord, please join us on our Discord and be able to talk about this and anything else that we do. We have a Twitch channel. Be able to see our live Dungeons and Dragons games and other Minecraft and I'm not sure what we're doing now. Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age Inquisition. And
we do lots pretty much everything.
There's a lot of stuff on
there. It's whatever we want. That's what we do.
There's been some Dragon Age Inquisition DLC.
I think we're even getting ready for a bit of Peak, a bit of this, a bit of that. Monsters and such forth. We've got a lot.
Got a lot going on.
Oh, yeah. Frightful Fridays, wasn't it?
I believe so.
There's some special spooky streams coming up this month, so keep an eye out for that. Various different role-playing games, so keep an eye out for that. And that only means to say thank you all very much, and we will see you when we return next time. Goodbye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.